Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Friday, February 28th, and the energies in the day adds up or reduced to number 3 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. I can't believe that. Well, I can believe, but yeah, February is over. Today's the last day of February. When it comes to the spirit guidance for today, we have the zebra energy, and the zebra energy comes out in the reversal position. Normally when the zebra energy comes out in the upright position, my first thing always goes to the zebra standing out in the background, and also to my attention goes to the third eye of the zebra. So the zebra is, even though the zebra blends in with the other zebras, there is something unique about the zebra, and the zebra should embrace its uniqueness. But with this energy coming out in the reversal position, I'm actually getting the opposite of what I would normally get from this energy. And the thought that came to mind is, I remember, what did I hear? It was something about how people are conditioned not to stand out amongst the group, because the one that stands out is like the blade of grass that stands out amongst the other blades is the one that gets chopped down. And with the zebra energy coming out in the reversal position, when it comes to today's energy, so it's never okay for us to dim our light. It's never okay for us to make ourselves small so that others could feel bigger, so that others could feel large, so that others could feel good about themselves. But even though when I look at the chart, like the moon, everything is in such a positive position, what I am picking up though when it comes to today's energy is something about, so I hate when people say humble yourself, because I feel like most of the time the person who's telling another person to humble themselves is someone who feels, it's normally a situation where someone feels like someone should dim their light because they themselves want to be seen, and telling someone to humble themselves because they're too much, because that other person feels not enough, even though that's not always the case. But a lot of the times when I hear people say it to other people, it just feels like that at times. But in this case, when it comes to today's energy, I am getting something about, how would I put it? So the thought that's coming to mind is, growing up, they used to always have this saying that you got to play fool to catch wise. And the saying playing fool to catch wise, it brings me to the thought of you knowing what you know, but it's okay today to not necessarily reveal your whole hand and let it be known that you know what you know. Because few reasons. One could be, it could be an opportunity to learn something new where you do know what you know and what you know is valid, but there's another aspect to a thing. And from being quick to, saying, I already know that, you could miss out on learning something new, miss out on new opportunities. You could miss out. But then on the other hand, it brings me to the thought of someone revealing their hand, someone telling on themselves, because people always tell on themselves. We always tell on ourselves. We all tell on ourselves if we're ever trying to hide anything, if we're ever trying to keep anything covered. We all tell who we are, even if we don't know that we're doing it in the slightest ways. And all a person has to do is just pay attention. Just pay attention. But a lot of the times we don't always want to know the truth about a thing, some of us, because then it would require something of us. And a lot of us are afraid of change. And I'm the type of person that will pull out the Tower card and set it out on my altar, set it out and say to myself, you know, whatever is not working in my life right now, please root it up and take it away. Please allow it to fall apart. If a connection could appear to be good, but if it's not for me, take it away. And it's like over time, you get to a point where you'd rather something that is not for you leave your life sooner than later. And that's something that I always reflect on, where it's like, I remember in the past, the people, the recovering people pleaser part of me wanting everybody to be happy and pleased with me. So I show up and, I try to be accommodating to everyone, only finding myself feeling resentful later and taking advantage, only to realize no one used or taken advantage. I'm the one who showed up doing the most, doing what no one asked. And can I wrong them that they took advantage of the opportunity of me giving and doing the most? And over time, I had to learn to, pipe it down, learn to be confident and comfortable enough in my skin to not feel the need to show up and worry about who is pleased with me and who isn't. But also as an empath, being able to feel other people's energies, I would just want people to feel different, because if they felt different, then I'll feel safe. I could feel different. But throughout the years, I had to work on reflecting on what it is that I'm picking up from a person, whether it's, say, they don't like me for whatever reason, which is a personal issue with them, or maybe it's jealousy or some negative emotion like that. And whenever I would feel that from a person, I'll automatically start tearing myself down to them so that to soothe whatever it is that they're feeling. But over the years, being able to feel my emotions and sit with it, I'll feel what a person's feeling, sympathize with them, because clearly they can't see themselves enough why they feel like anybody else is better than them, or, why anybody else is better than them in any way for them to feel any form of negative emotion. So I'll sympathize with them, but at the same time, don't cheapen or lessen myself so they could feel better, because I'm not doing anything for them in the process of trying to limit myself so they could feel good. But, as I was saying about people telling on themselves, when it comes to today's energy, it's less is more. Something about today's energy, like when I think of today's energy, we have Venus in, Venus is the ruler of the day, and we have Venus in Aries, and Venus is positively aspecting Jupiter in Gemini. And today's energy is adding up or reducing to number 3 vibration is connected to Jupiterian energy. So Jupiter energy does it big, and Venus is in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, even though Mars is kind of, in a place right now where it doesn't want to be squaring Aries and Venus. But when it comes to today's energy, there's a part of us that could overdo it, whether you're overseeing, you're overspeaking, you're overdoing. And with this energy, I just think it's best to take a step back and, you don't have to let it be known that you know all that you know. Yeah, take a step back and not give too much of yourself, whether you're saying too much or you're doing too much. It's so easy to say or do too much when it comes to today's energy. And I feel like it comes from a restless place though, because with the energies of the day adding up and reducing to the number 3 vibration, the number 3 is restless, expressive, childlike energy. This is where out of boredom, we come up with a new idea or a new business venture, and we don't take it far because we're really not as interested in it as we think. The idea was fun. The idea of coming up with ideas is what is fun, opposed to like the follow through when it comes to a thing. When it comes to the tarot, let's pause for a bit. I am proud of the services that I offer and excited to tell you about them. If it would be your first time booking with me, then I recommend the natal chart and numerology awareness coaching session. For a while, that was the only service I offered, along with the 30 minutes tarot reading, which is still available if you're interested. I noticed the pattern. At the end of the natal chart and numerology coaching sessions, some of you would ask me for a follow-up service options for additional clarity and guidance to assist you with whatever you're going through at the moment. I kept saying, I'll look into it. I don't know why it took me so long. Finally, I have created that option along with the service option to book a solar return chart reading for those of you who are strategic and like to plan ahead. Everything you need to know is within the description box below. Let's get back into the video. We have the 7 of Cups energy in the reversal position. I love that the 7 of Cups come out in the reversal position because in the upright position, I think of a person struggling with clarity because of all of their options, whether these are real options or these are potential possibilities, whether these are fantasies. In the reversal position, it brings me to clarity when it comes to a decision, clarity when it comes to, something that you want. When this energy is in the upright position, it brings me to what I was saying about the number 3 energy, where the number 3 energy, and I get the number 3 because the day adds up and reduces to number 3 vibration. So with the number 3 energy, the number 3 is a curious, childlike, expressive energy that wants to turn over every stone for the sake of turning it over, like Gemini energy. It's seeking something. But really what it's seeking, just like Gemini energy, it's seeking the other half of itself, which exists only within. And it's the other half of ourselves that we oppress, we suppress, we restrict, we lock away because society says that side of ourselves is not acceptable. So instead we look outside of ourselves to fulfill or to fill that void when we have to go in for that. But when this is in the upright position, like the number 3 energy, like Gemini energy, there's so many options. So it's kind of stagnant from all of its options. And it'll bring me to the thought of doing a session with someone and the person is passionate about at least more than one thing. And the person who's passionate about more than one thing, but they don't want to focus on only one. For them, it's like, I don't see why I need to choose. And because of the lack of choice, this person will stagnate and wobble in one place, opposed to seeing any of the ideas through. Where in order to see any of the ideas through, at some point we have to lock in and focus on only one. And in the reversal position, this brings me to locking in and focusing. So when this card comes out and bringing me to locking in and focus with the zebra energy in the reversal position, it would bring me to having clarity about the path that you want to take, about what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to experience next. And then opportunities coming in as people who have answers to the questions that you might seek that will get you from one step, from one place to the next. And in order to really take advantage of that is if you're the type of person, I think of, say, someone with strong Sag, Jupiter, 9th house placements, of course, other energies too. But if you're the type of person that takes pride in sharing what it is that there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a time and a place. And sometimes we can miss out on learning new things, or we can miss out on learning new things and possible opportunities because we come off as if we already know everything, where yes, you know a lot, but at the same time, there's a time and a place for it. And I feel like when it comes to today's energy, today's one of those days where we challenge ourselves to pretty much, be the student. If you've been questioning something or looking for answers or guidance, today feels like a day where it will present itself to you, and you just have to be observant and open for it. It was a pleasure sharing this message with you. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a yellow heart in the comment box below. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.